Hey, what's good, YouTube viewership? It's Unique Divination, and you're listening to Urban Mystik TV. And I am not showing my face today because I'm tired. I'm a little tipsy, eyes a little low. I just got finished traveling. I was on my little mini vacation, my daughter's birthday, and I wanted to go live, but there was so much stuff that I was doing that I didn't really have the energy for it. But I've been doing a few readings. I was able to get a few readings in between for some of my clients, and I just had to speak on an underlying theme that I'm seeing. And even for myself, it was a reminder for myself, because as always, when I do readings, there's always a message for me in it as well. And so, change. I spoke about the lack of motivation, in my last video, but like, change is really fucks with people. Adapting to change, going with the flow. Some of these things seem so easy, but like to a lot of people, myself included, um, change is hard. Change is hard for me, but I'll still go with emotions. But deep inside, there'll be like fucking turmoil and anguish. You know what I mean? But that's because I'm a Capricorn. Structure, order, and I have OCD, so change is hard. But the thing about life itself and about the universe and nature and the way the world works is that change is constant. Everything's always changing. The seasons change. It may be the same 4 seasons that we get: spring, summer, autumn, winter, but nonetheless, the earth goes through 4 changes a year. We know for sure that the earth is going through 4 very dramatic changes that will take effect for several months. What, 3 months for each season? That's 12, right? I'm kind of tipsy, y'all. So yeah, so we know that even the earth itself will go through changes. And not only does it go through changes, but it goes through cycles. Some cycles are good cycles, some cycles are bad cycles, but the earth itself, Mother Earth, goes through changes and cycles in herself. So why do we as humans have an issue with change? Like, why do we fight change? Why do we hate it? Why do we loathe it? Why is it difficult for some of us to adapt, right? We are made up, the majority of our body is made up of water, so the moon helps control us. So number one, we're made up of water, so there should be no reason why we have issues with adapting and going with change, right? Water flows, water adjusts. No matter what situation you put water in any cup, any vessel, it's going to adapt and mold to that vessel. So I think we lose sight of that collectively. I think we allow society to lock us into structures, into work schedules, into school, just all these societal structures that lock us into order, schedule, and it's like, or even not even speaking from a societal aspect, from a personal aspect, we lock ourselves into things. We lock ourselves into schedules, structure, and when things come about that don't fit what we have in mind, what we've built for our reality, it's like we can't take it. And I've got to tell y'all, and this is, maybe because I'm a little tipsy, but we've got to change that, and including myself. I mean, I I say I go with change, and like I said, I'll go with it, but deep down, it's like freaking turmoil because it's like I don't have control. And I think that's a lot of people's issues. I'm willing to admit that. I hate when I don't have complete control of a situation. It makes me fucking go crazy, anxiety. I feel powerless, and so just I understand on that level how people may feel when it comes to change and going with that, feeling powerless, feeling like you don't have control to change it. Like you have to go with something that you didn't contribute, or it wasn't your idea, or it's not something that you had in mind you wanted to do. And it's like everything adapts. Everything adapts, and as humans, society and our culture wants us to like be stuck in boxes and order and structure, and it goes against nature. I mean, there's order in nature. Nature is like chaotic order. You know what I mean? But the way how our society houses us, you know, it's like you have to comply, laws, rules, regulation, So look at Congress, look at the Supreme Court. They're like 100 years behind. 150 years behind society, because it's designed to like maintain a certain order, structure, ideology, philosophy, and I think that's why we have a hard time. All of those things that I just talked about is why we have a hard time adjusting, you know what I mean? Because we're not designed for that. We are designed because we are from nature to adjust to change. So you guys just got to remember that we live in conflicting times. We live in the matrix. We live in this paradigm that society has birthed us into, but the paradigm goes against natural order. It's not natural, you know? And to those of us that struggle with change and adapting, understand that change is all there is that this world has to give you. Nothing's ever the same. Constant change, sudden change, slow change, steady change. Nonetheless, everything's changing. Every fucking thing about you, your life, people around you, the times where you grew up. Where you grew up does not look like how it looks right now. You know what I mean? Like, nothing in your life is fucking constant. So why do you break down? Why do you struggle with it? And these are just rhetorical questions here. I don't expect, I mean, you can answer, but I'm just asking these for you to think. Why do I struggle with change if it's constant change? If everything around me is always adapting, evolving, not the same, why do I struggle with adapting and moving forward? Why do I get set back sometimes? And again, rhetorical. So I just felt like talking about it because you know there could be somebody who's lived a certain lifestyle for years, and then all of a sudden something catastrophic happens, and that whole world, that existence that they once knew, is taken away from them. And it's like, what do you do? Do you fall short? Do you feel defeated and don't move forward? Like, what do? You adapt. No matter how much it hurts, you still have to adapt, or you will not maintain in the society. If you don't want to get off the matrix and be homeless and shit like that, you know what I'm talking about. But change, y'all. Change is always there. There's nothing we can do about it but roll with it. And to all my people who suffer with depression, anxiety, fear, first and foremost, I'm always speaking to you all. To all my people who felt like, you know, their life didn't matter, they wanted to kill themselves, you know. And sometimes that happens as a result of change that we don't want to go through. We've got to learn how to overcome, to adapt and overcome and to move forward. And I assure you that it's a part of life. It's normal. You know, you can express yourself, journal, talk about your feelings, talk about how it makes you feel, but nonetheless, we got to keep pushing forward, you know? Um, don't let change turn into an obstacle for you, because change is always going to be there. And if change becomes an obstacle, I mean, what are you going to do? That's so many obstacles. You know, if you allow change to be an obstacle and a challenge in your life, you will never accomplish not a damn thing in life. If you allow change, which is always there, to become a challenge and an obstacle for you in your life. Start letting your subconscious mind know, and just listening to me talk about it. It's unlocking your subconscious to let your subconscious know that change is constant, change is inevitable. Steady change, constant change, slow change. It's always change. Nothing stays the same. Time does not stand still. Time moves on. Time changes. Right? And I feel like we just need to hear that in this particular time. I have a lot of issues, a lot of childhood issues that I deal with. And I got stuck in the past. And I'm realizing that time, you know, there were reasons why things happened in my childhood, but I have to let them go because I'm no longer there. Time, I'm an adult now. There's been some change in time. I'm not a child, I'm an adult. And I have to let those feelings go associated with the past. So, change can make us want to hold on to the past. And sometimes those past memories may not be good for us. They may not help us grow and adapt. You know, memories, they don't have to be held on to. You know, you can release memories that no longer serve you any purpose. It's okay to release things, you know? But, like, I don't know. Of course, let me know what you all think and how you feel and how you manage and adapt to change. And are you one to be able to maintain and manage and push forward, or does it like upset your life, your routine when there's constant change? Like children, in order for children to grow, they need some type of structure, order, and stability. You know, there's certain instances where order, structure, and things staying the same, routine, ritual, help during times of change, during transitioning. So that becomes more complex. I'm not really getting into that. I'm just keeping it a little bit broad, a little bit superficial. Just the fact of how we cope with overall change in general. You know, because like I said, nature has chaotic order. There's always going to be chaos, but there's order within chaos. You know, and I don't think that we as humans, the majority of us, know how to have that chaotic order. When change comes about and we're so stuck on holding on to what we're used to, it kind of throws us off, it sets us back. You know what I mean? But I feel like I'm running my mouth, like I'm just saying the same thing over and over, and it may be because I've been drinking a little bit. But I will talk with you later, and just leave some comments below if you feel what I'm saying. And thank you as always to my subscribers. I love and appreciate you all. And I will be here with another video soon, okay? Alright, I'll talk to you later.